I was not disciplined at all in terms of my eating and my fitness. I mean, I can't even relate to that guy anymore that I was in those years, you know.
You look like a different person. I mean, you see pictures of, right.
Yeah, so I myself feel like it's some other guy. So I had played IPL from 2008, 9, 10, 11, and then 12. IPL 12 was, I was playing for India. I was playing for the national team at the highest level, but I hadn't got the success, you know, that some of the established players did. And IPL 2012, again, had a really, really bad IPL season, and my eating habits were horrible in that season. Very, very bad. And I remember coming back home and I came out of the shower. The team didn't do well. I came out of the shower. I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, that's the time it hit me, you know. And luckily, everything that's been bad in me, somehow I get that calling myself that you need to get it right. Like, there's hardly anyone coming and telling me, you know, you're really messing up. It just comes from within. And then I saw myself in the mirror and I was like, you can't look like that if you're an international cricketer. You know, I was like, how the hell are you going to continue like this if you don't take care of yourself? Boom, from next day onwards, I just changed everything about my diet. Hitting the gym 2 hours a day, just taking a day off in a week, eating proper lean food. I got away from all kinds of, you know, junk. I did not have a cheat day at all. And within 8 to 10 months, I lost about 6 or 7 kgs, and then from then on it became such an addiction because I saw the results on the field. I felt quicker, I felt lighter, felt more focused, and then I was like, man, this is the path I want to walk.
And what do you think it was about that moment that caused you, by first thing the next morning, to completely reorient yourself?
Just the guilt, the shame of looking at myself and just feeling ashamed of myself that I could put myself in a position having played at such a high level and taking things for granted. I just could not register that in my mind anymore, that, you know, I've been taking things for granted and not many people get this opportunity. So I can't sit around and just say I'm going to do whatever I want and still expect to keep playing at this level. Someone else is going to take over. It's not, this is meant to be for me only if I work hard. It's not a given. So I always believe hard work is the only controllable I have.
There was a period in which you cut out all distractions for a year and a half. What did that entail?
I wanted to get back into the team so badly that that period, it was before all of this happened. This was when I played for the country and then I was left out. Mm-hmm. And for 13 months I wasn't selected again, and then it became sort of a madness that I want to get back up. I want to get back into the team, and then, you know, those 13 months, I was like, I was so focused that I want to get back. I want to get back into the team, and my performances were such that the selectors could not ignore me after a while. So eventually I got my chance again, and luckily I've never been out of the team since.
Well, because it was around, I think, 2011, you said it dawned on you that if you wanted to be among the best players in the world, you needed to do what a lot of people were not doing.
Yeah.
Explain that.
This was actually end of 2012 actually, when we came back from Australia, and I figured out the difference or the gap that we have with other countries. And I thought if we don't change the way we are playing, or I don't change the way I'm playing, or the way I'm training, or thinking, or, you know, eating, I can never be among the best players in the world. And there's no point in just competing if you don't want to be the best. So I wanted to be the best version of myself, and then I based everything around that vision. And then my training, my diet, my approach towards the game, everything changed. And I know that I wasn't the most skilled sports person when I came in, but the only thing that's been constant is working hard on myself and my game. And that was the time I realized, well, if the Indian team has to be the best team in the world, we need to go ahead in a certain manner.
Why do you think you started believing in yourself more around then?
Because I thought, I didn't feel that, you know, when I walked into play, there was any kind of fear or respect in the opposition corner. So I felt like I don't want to walk into the field thinking, or the opposition thinking, oh, this is just a, just a pushover. Don't worry about this guy. He's going to do no damage to us. And he's just playing just like another player in the team and stuff. I wanted to make an impact. I knew that I have the ability to make my team win. And I wanted to be that version of myself where if I walk in, I wanted teams to think like, we need to get this guy out or else we're going to lose the game. So I thought if I can't have that impact on my team, then I'm not doing justice to, where I am. And if I don't want to be that guy, there's something wrong in my head. Either I've accepted being, lower than what I should be, or I just don't have enough drive in me. So I said, I'm going to unlock my max potential and achieve what I should be.
What about Novak Djokovic's body fat percentage motivated you?
So he's about 7.5 or 8%, I think. I got to 9.2 at one stage. But that was the time we were playing T20 cricket, which lasted 3 hours a game and for 6 to 8 months. And I got down to 9.2. But then we started playing this 5-day cricket and I felt like I've got no energy left after 2 days. So my trainer told me, you need to put on a bit more fat in your body to store it, to be able to bat longer and, go on in the games longer. So then I started increasing a bit more fat and carb intake in my diet. And yeah, but those things are motivating. I mean, you look at these guys, you look at a Cristiano Ronaldo at the age he is right now, and he's got what?
And you're a big fan of his.
I'm a huge fan of his. He's got 8% body fat at that age. I mean, that's ridiculous. That's just unbelievable. That shows you the commitment. He's a product of hard work and skill, and that's what I believe in. He's not just a product of pure skill and no hard work. And I absolutely admire people who worked really hard.
So how did you go about changing your diet?
Well, I figured out a lot of things myself, things that felt right to eat. And you know when you eat something whether it's healthy for you or not. So I never approached a nutritionist. I thought, okay, fine. I know the things that are not healthy, not good for you to eat, and I'm going to figure my way out myself to lose weight first. And then I went so extreme that I had to meet someone because I got so lean at the end of it that I felt like there's something wrong. I need to probably speak to someone. And
so what did you do that got you so lean?
I kept eating boiled food. I kept eating stuff that had no oil, nothing. I was eating steamed vegetables, and I got so thin that I started feeling weak at a point. I got so mad about it, but then I had to strike a right balance, and then my trainer helped me to speak to someone and then get my diet right.
So why vegetarian?
Vegetarian because it was connected to a health issue. So I was playing in South Africa early 2018, and I got issue in my neck. So my cervical spine had a couple of bulges coming out. They're hitting a nerve which went down my arm, and I was getting really bad pain. I couldn't sleep for even 10-15 minutes at night in one position. I just have to wake up constantly. Did scans, figured out there's a bulge coming out and it's hitting the nerve, so I had to take medicines just to be able to sleep every night. And eventually I came back, got a few tests done from this guy I know who does a lot of acupuncture treatments and stuff like that. So he told me that my stomach became so acidic that the calcium from my bones was being pulled out to make the stomach alkaline. So your stomach needs to be alkaline to function properly. If it's too acidic, it just messes up your whole system. And that was directly connected to the amount of meat I was consuming. So he said, you need to change your diet. You need to make your diet less meat-based because it's going to increase your acid levels in the body. And then eventually I was taking 1 calcium tablet a morning, and that's not enough for the stomach to be alkaline. And I was having no alkaline drinks, nothing of that sort. And then I changed my whole diet from there. My bones were getting weaker, my bones were getting thinner, and that's why with one impact, a bulge came out. And then my physio told me eventually you'll have to cut it open and do a surgery. And I was like, I'm not going under the knife. I'm going to do anything else but get a surgery done till the time I'm playing. So yeah, I just changed my whole diet overnight, and I'm so glad that I did. It's the best decision I ever made.
Like, how did it change you?
So in the World Cup just now that we played, every game my energy was 120%. And my recovery was so fast, I could, we traveled the next day after every game, after a full hectic game. My average distance covered in a game was 15 kilometers. And I would just come back, do my recovery treatments, travel the next day to another place. And as soon as we reached there, I was ready to train again. And I just couldn't believe it. I was like, I have so much energy. I can do gym sessions in between. I can do 10 games in such a short span of time, with each game at high intensity. And I never experienced anything like that before. I had no stiffness in my body. I had no niggles. I had no problems in recovering, no stomach issues, nothing at all. And I was off dairy as well, raw dairy and meat. And I was like, this is unbelievable. I could never imagine that changing my diet would help me in such a massive way.
What do you eat in a normal day now?
A normal day, my meals are rice-based, really light steamed rice, a lot of green vegetables, a lot of pulses that we get in India.
A lot of what?
Pulses, so like lentils and pulses, so they're a form of lentils. So that has quite a bit of protein and fiber, and they're quite healthy to eat. So we eat infertile eggs as well. And yeah, it's just simple, basic vegetarian food, but a lot of greens and a lot of rice-based meals.
Training. Why did your trainer make you lift with only a stick, basically, for the first month and a half?
He made me lift with a stick because he told me that, firstly he asked me whether I wanted to get into powerlifting, your cleans and your power snatch and all those kind of things, and deadlifts and stuff. So I said, yes, of course, I want to move on to the next level, because I feel like, it's becoming stagnant what I'm doing, and it's not taking my game to the next level. And he was like, so this is what comes with it. If you don't learn the technique, if you want to jump into it right now, you'll snap a muscle and then you'll be out for a long time. The stick is so light, it's annoying after a while to just keep going on with the stick, because you feel like you just want to do something in the gym. But he said, trust me, the day I tell you to lift, you'll see the difference. So I did it for a month and a half, and the first time I did a lift was a 20 kg Olympic bar and 5 kg plates each side. So from 30 kg, I went to 55 kg. It was like a span of 7 days. It was so quick because I knew the technique. Right. And then my body could take the load. And he said, if you didn't know the technique, you would have gone into the hospital right now, because the movements are so tricky to do. But I'm so glad that I learned those fitness routines, because I clearly remember the first time I did it, we were playing a game in Sri Lanka, and I was fielding and I was running behind a ball to stop it, and I just felt so much power in my legs. I was like, I got so amazed by the speed I was able to generate while in that movement. I surprised myself. I was like, it's all because of that training, and then I got hooked onto it.
How did it impact hitting the ball further?
Well, it just improved my power overall. So I was doing a few lifts before I would go and play. So I was literally game ready when I sat into the team bus. And I would just go on the field, just have fun, just jog around a little bit. No warm-up, nothing, just stretch a little bit. And I was ready. And I experienced that I was hitting the ball about 15 meters further than I did before. Purely because my legs and my core became so strong without me knowing it. And you get so much more confident, because you feel like you can play the way you want, because you can clear the boundary and you're not going to get out. So that's a totally different freedom altogether.